believe I'm live. Hi everyone, and welcome to the group. I just created this group, finally created this group yesterday, the 1st of January 2023. As I've been making other materials in our Pioneer program, mapping our decade NFN. Really big warm welcome to you to watch, to be in the group, and I'm looking forward to getting to know all your stories. And yes, whilst I'm recording this, I'm really grateful that my wife has joined, but this is so that everyone who joins from this point on can go straight to the wheres, the hows, the whys as to why I've created this group in short, in brief, and like let you know where you're going to find value for this. So in short, I've found over the years that so many coaching programs only do short-term solutions, and it's been annoying the living fuck out of me having to get just a piece here, a piece here, and a piece there. And a lot of them are trying to do instant results that don't work, like instant abs and things and stuff, like, you know, 24 abs, and we all know it doesn't work, right? It requires a lot of time, a lot of dedication to ourselves. Thank you, honey, for doing the sound check. Really glad to see that. So it takes a lot of time and dedication and stuff, and consistency and honesty with ourselves if we want to go from where we are to where we'd like to be, right? So the whole purpose of this group is to supply you with absolutely everything you need, all the bare bones and the little tips and tricks to get you from wherever you are now towards a $3 million home, $10 million liquid kind of cash asset position, but more importantly, the health, the wealth, and the relationships, and the relationship with yourself, the social circle, all these sorts of things to support it. All right? The reason why so many people that win cross lotto of millions of dollars and then you see them broke or on the streets not long after, even one guy who's won over $100 million US twice is living in a caravan. The reason that happens is because they never built the skills in the social circle and the relationship with themselves to actually ensure that they get to keep it and maintain it and to grow it. And this is why 85% of the world's millionaires and billionaires are self-made, right? It may be an alarming statistic for many of you if this is the first ever time you've been encountering this information, but it's true. Around the world, 85% of the world's millionaires, right, are, and the billionaires, right, are self-made. Only 15% of the world's millionaires and billionaires are from generational wealth. All right? And at most of the time, there is a time percent, but most of the time, generational wealth will only last 3 generations, and they have to start from scratch again because the generations after the first and second don't learn those skills and appreciate them for what they are. So I've created this group in order to try and change that and make use of the fact that the 1%, the truly higher up and stuff that have made generation wealth and stayed up there in the billions, the one thing, their Achilles heel that they do not realize is that they've actually made the rules that they made to get there are the same rules we can use to replace them, and replace them with a better standard, better quality of living, better, healthier, more understanding, and more consistent way of life without having to step on the neighbor or compete with the Joneses or anything like that. And and we can actually take a lot of this toxic stuff that's been passed down through the generations and throw them out of our lines and break those toxic cycles. So that's where this group comes in short, to give you all that you need to get to that level of lifestyle and beyond, and a way to actually keep it there. All right, myself and my wife, we've had our ups and downs, and we've actually gone to the $250 million, we've gone to the 50 million, and those sorts of things, and we worked out each time as to why those things did not work, and we've now got the better systems in place, and we've built everything so that we don't have to rebuild ever again. Right, even this house that we've downgraded to is going to be demolished and rebuilt hopefully by the end of this year. We also have a 11 lot subdivision down 3 hours drive from here, right next to a private school, 5 minutes walk to a CBD. That's going to be turned into 22 keys worth of 11 duplexes or dual key properties. So about 22 homes, which we are then going to turn into service apartments, right? And that's going to turn into about 1.6 million per year just alone by itself. And that is getting built right this year as well. All right? Now, there are other ways of getting to these positions and everything, and I'm going to teach you as much as I possibly can. Now, why did I specify engineers? Well, I love engineering, and I have robotics engineering background myself, and I love tinkering, I love designing, and I also am aiming to have a whole bunch of companies to be acquired over the next few years. So for example, if I can get as many engineers as possible that to the $3 million type home, $10 million type liquid lifestyle, and the support systems and in place to actually sustain it, right? Then I'm hoping that some of you, after about 3 to 4 years or 2 years of being in that position, will start getting a little bit bored of that type of lifestyle and want to do more if you haven't already planned for beyond that. And the ones that haven't planned for beyond that, I'm hoping they will turn around and say, Sean, what projects do you have for me to run? I'd really like to see what you're doing and lead the way on some of your things. Especially in this particular case, engineering companies that I'm going to be building very, very soon. So that's the long and the short of it all. I really do hope that you find value in every posting that I do. I know not every posting is going to be valuable to you as others, but that's the whole game. You know, it's to provide everything I can so that you don't have to do all this hunting and searching around to have to go through all the mucking about that I had to go through to get here. Okay? So there's going to be hundreds of thousands of hours and dollars of materials that I'm going to be posting in here. And if you would like the opportunity to work with me one-on-one as a one-on-one coach, as a life coach in all these areas that can help you with traumas and undoing them, and how to do other tactics and how to build wealth from practically nothing over the next few years, and you'd like extra support on a more confidential basis, please do reach out and take use of that. I have some positions open at the freedom level. The adventure level and the pioneer levels are not open at this time due to the fact I need more people familiar with what I'm doing first and how I got there before I can open those levels up, because it'd be like giving the keys of a Lamborghini to a 5-year-old or 25-year-old or that type of analogy, which I should just stay with the 20 or 25-year-old, because you can see the 20 and 25-year-olds and stuff, they're still not responsible enough to handle the keys of the Lamborghini. You want them to have some more years to have respect for the road before you say, you know what, you've done really well. So that's the type of idea behind the next couple of levels. I'm not just putting them there for show, I'm doing it because for the pioneer level is to take a company from zero to investment to IPO status on the share market and that sort of stuff. So it's a really high level international trade agreements, that type of level. So most people are not usually ready for that type of thing, so I need to know that they can handle the lower level stuff first before they progress to those things. So I hope you get a lot of value from all the other content that I bring about as the whole group progresses forward. The idea is to get at least 3,000 of you in the next 10 years to that level, and at least 100 of you to the $3 million home and $10 million liquid asset lifestyle within the next 3 years. So yeah, welcome to the group again, and I will see you very shortly. Bye bye.